Konishi, what's up? So we just finished watching Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. And this is his first time watching it. What did you think?
I think the music was mid.
Shut the bruh. No, I'm just kidding. It's not his first time. He grew up watching Star Wars. He loves it. And you're echoing. Cool. I'm gonna have to edit. I'm gonna have to edit out that echo. Nice. It's okay. It's okay. So, what did you think? Especially considering, have you watched the original? Because this was the original version, not the remaster.
I've seen a few different versions. I've not seen the theatrical, but I always love watching Star Wars.
I mean, why didn't you see the theatrical in theaters when it came out?
Oh, just a little too young for that. Born in the year 2000 and all. Wrong century.
Right. You were negative 23 years old. Which means your father would have been how old?
My father was
1977.
8? 9. My father was 9.
Oh, your father's older than mine. Wow.
Yeah, no, him and my cousin, who's actually living with us right now, they actually went and saw it in theaters 3 times that weekend.
I mean, it was a huge hit. It was a huge hit when it came out. I've seen videos of those lines. It's crazy. There's nothing else like it.
Yeah.
Admittedly, Star Trek is the reason that we have fan fictions and fandoms today.
I've never actually been that big of a Star Trek fan.
It's an acquired taste. I like the scientific and politic aspect of it, but it is also like at the same time, like as much as I like that stuff, it is very like utopian. Oh, this could be the perfect universe. Blah blah blah. And everyone can behave perfectly and this and that. Even though there is still drama, there's still drama, but it's very optimistic. Whereas Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, there's hope in a lot of aspects, but if you look at it from like the big picture, it's very bleak. Cause like we see how the world is in the old Republic, and how like even though there was like a shit ton of Sith, society was still kind of good in a way. Like literally, it's been 1,000 years since then, and society got worse.
Not only did society get worse, but the political system actually got way more corrupt, and the Jedi have very clearly lost their way.
Yeah. I was just talking with someone about the Jedi Order and how. So there's light and there's dark. We were talking about during the movie about how come Jedi Mind Trick is a light side ability, and how come healing is a dark side ability? Who decides this thing? And then the answer to that is George Lucas, unfortunately. But at the same time, he was just making shit up when Star Wars started. So it's like, okay, you can't really blame him for that. He didn't plan for Star Wars to become as huge as it was. But
not only that, but with the prequels, when Yoda was caught Dooku's lightning and launched it back, Dooku realized that Yoda did in fact have darkness inside of him at some point. Even confirmed by George Lucas himself.
And he took that lightning and he pocketed it. And apparently you could just do that. Just save it for later.
Just like Villager in Super Smash Bros.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah! Which he does do if you do PK lightning. There's a pocket. That's so crazy.
Villager Jedi Master Skin.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Wait, does Smash Ultimate have the lightsaber still? I didn't even think about that. I don't play with items on.
I play with items on usually, honestly, but I don't remember. I haven't played Ultimate in a minute.
Oh, that's so strange. Also, while we're talking, hang on one second. Star Wars. So we could have like, what do you call it? Like variety and lighting, I guess you could say. And then I'll lower the volume, or I can just mute it. It's like one of the things on Disney Plus where it's like there's always stuff going on in the background. I literally muted the video. Why the hell do I still hear it? Okay, there we go. Aha.
Is this the landscapes?
Yeah. Although it's called biomes. Those are my first Star Wars Lego sets. Were the little speeders. I've always loved Hoth. Hoth was goated. The Battle of Hoth at the beginning of Empire was so good. I like how Luke just gets his fucking partner murdered. What were you saying?
I think my favorite battle in Star Wars is the Battle of Geonosis.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What? It's where we first see the Death Star's blueprints.
Kinda. I know what you're talking about. Those big walking laser things.
No, not that. Actually, there's a hologram that the Geonosians made that was the original plans for the Death Star.
I think I know what you're talking about. When Obi-Wan is like hung up.
I believe so. It's a red one. I think it.
Why do they believe that there's only two Sith? There's always two. Because first of all, when Darth Maul dies, either Dooku wasn't a Sith yet, or he always was. And then there's Grievous too. So by episode 3, there's obviously more than two. And then you get after
in episode 1, there are technically, I want to say 4. Darth Plagueis is still alive during the events of episode 1. Darth Sidious, obviously. Count Dooku and Sifo Dyas had already become dark side apprentices, kind of ish. and obviously Maul as a dark side apprentice.
Well, Maul only counts as half.
At the end of what mine counts as half.
Plagueis is alive in episode 1?
Yes, Plagueis was alive for the events of episode 1. It wasn't until after 1, I want to say, when Plagueis was actually murdered, when Sidious found out that Anakin existed as the prophesized chosen one.
That kind of makes sense, yeah. When did Palpatine start the whole cloning shit? Or no, he had always been cloning, hadn't he?
Right, he's been working with cloning stuff ever since he Sifo Dyas and Darth Tyrannus, aka Count Dooku, went to go to Camino to fund the clone army.
Right. That's crazy. I don't even know what Plagueis looks like. They never show him.
Plagueis is one of those tall head people that are part of the banking.
I know what you're talking about because in, I think, Kenobi, they had a live action one as he was one of the Inquisitors, but they didn't make him tall headed just so that because for the actors' convenience. I hate when they do that. When they're like,
he's Utapauan. The Grand Inquisitor is from Utapau, the place where they had 10,000 battle droids.
Lightsabers in episode 4. Very underused. It feels like there should have been a scene where Luke fights somebody, like at the end or something. But there's a space battle. They couldn't.
Right. If they had like a ground battle before being able to get off the ground, maybe if Yavin had a small detachment that came down before they were able to take off. Or on the Death Star, maybe even right before they actually escaped.
Maybe there should have been a scene, kind of like in episode 6, how he has to go confront Vader while they do the shield thing. There should have been a scene where it's like, the exhaust port has a shield around it. One person has to sneak in and turn it off, just like Obi-Wan did. But then I guess you'd be repeating what Obi-Wan did when they first went to the Death Star.
Then again, Lucasfilm is not one to shy away from things rhyming.
It's like poetry, it rhymes. Jar Jar is key to all this.
I'm so glad his actor got a second chance with a new character.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Well, in the Clone Wars, Jar Jar gets pussy, bro.
Dude, Jar Jar fucks.
Jar Jar fucks. That's crazy. Obi-Wan doesn't even fuck. Dude, I was mad about that, actually. I was mad about that. I wanted, because you've seen the Clone Wars, right?
Of course.
Okay. There's Obi-Wan and what's her name, obviously. They had a past for the Queen of Mandalore, which is wild, by the way. Why the hell was he hanging out with her, What did she see in him? Well, no, I guess I kind of see why people liked Obi-Wan, or girls, whatever. But, I wanted a scene where, she confesses to him, and he confesses back. But he's obviously he's oh, I'm a Jedi, I can't, blah, blah, blah. And she tells him, basically, you could be my king, etc. And, he considers it, you know what I mean? He needed something like that, some kind of dramatic. and it's not like a temptation to the dark side. It's literally like just like Anakin, he can fall in love and it's okay. Like, it's okay to have that. Like, why is that a Jedi thing that they can't get laid? Except for fucking what's his name, Penis Head, who's literally wrong about everything every time he opens his fucking mouth.
He did actually say to Satine, I would have left the order had you said.
Right. And they should have had another scene where she's like, I'm saying it now. I know it's too late, but I'm saying it now.
Right before Maul cuts her down right in front of him, and he just gives the
he does the Vegeta no, impossible.
my Bulma.
My favorite scene in episode 3 is when Anakin goes Super Saiyan for the first time. No, I'm just kidding. I recently watched a video, Cinema Therapy, where they talk about the ethics of Obi-Wan and the Jedi Council, I guess, in a way, because they do talk about the powers and everything, like why is mind trick a light side thing, that kind of thing. But they also talk about how, like, Obi-Wan doesn't want to kill Anakin, but he's willing to let him fucking burn alive. That's kind of fucked up. Like, you're my brother, Anakin. And Anakin's like, fucking kill me, please. He's like, no, you're good. You're good right there on the side of the lava river with no limbs.
Meanwhile, Jedi are supposed to be merciful peacekeepers of the galaxy, and what he did was anything but mercy.
Oh, another thing, and I talked about this during my episode 1 viewing. Where was the fucking high ground in episode 1, huh? Who had the fucking high ground in that situation? Where does Obi-Wan get his fucking idea of, I have the high ground, when, motherfucker, you pulled yourself up, flipped over Maul, and then what the hell?
To be fair, after that, he played that fight so many times in his head, every time, to see if he could do anything different. So he analyzed it so much that he understood that Maul really had the advantage with the high ground. He just didn't think that he could do it.
Admittedly, Maul just sat there and let it happen. Yeah, that's true. Because literally all Maul had to do was like force push.
Maul was having too much fun, and he was playing with his food, really.
That's so true. That is so true. Because he was like, ksh, ksh, like trying to scare Obi-Wan. What was he, just waiting for him to get tired and let go?
Well, he just thought he beat the master, obviously. So he thought that the Padawan couldn't possibly put up any fight if he was able to put down his master. And the arrogance with Maul and the dark side in general just views themselves as superior to Jedi in every way. Maul even was willing to ready to take on the entire Jedi Order earlier in the movie when he's like, at last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
At last we will have our revenge of the Sith.
Exactly.
At last our Phantom Menace will attack the clones and have our revenge of the Sith. Wouldn't that be funny if you said those exact lines? And then, like, as the movies come out, it's like, oh shit.
Also, I do love how canonically Maul's story does come to an end in Rebels right before the events of Episode 4, when he goes to confront Obi-Wan on Tatooine, and he does lose.
Wait, what? Rebels is when he dies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right before the events of Episode 4.
Luke is still a little young. It's not right before 4. Luke is still a child.
Ezra is the same age as Luke.
And Ezra wasn't 19.
I believe around that time he was 16 or 17. So it was a couple years before.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like right before.
During that season, I believe it was like one BBY.
I don't know. Like Knuckles.
Approved.
There's a game in VR chat. Oh, I gotta cut this out of the interview. There's a game here in VR chat that's like a combination of like Prop Hunt and Simpsons, where like everyone plays Bart and then there's one Homer, and like it's like tag. You just tag everyone and they just explode. And there's taunts in the games. Moonchild. Oh, he's got the power. Oh no, you got the power to be his friend. It's Moonchild. Oh.
This is the beginning of a new and excitingly different experience.
Anyways, yeah, there's this game, and then it has taunts that you could just spam over and over, and there's so many taunts, it's annoying. I love it. I love how annoying it is. One of them is the aneurysm. They go, that one. And one of them is the I don't know, and I'm always spamming it. Oh, it's in one of those videos, the podcast one that I uploaded. I posted clips of it, and I'm just spamming the I don't know.
That's wild.
It's so funny. It's so funny. To me, at least. I love being annoying. Anyways, I guess that's it for Star Wars. Next week, we'll be watching Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. How anyone can love that movie, I don't know. How Geonosis is your favorite, I have no idea. You were born during those movies, that's probably why. Yeah. You're
I was a toddler when those movies came out. Heck, I wasn't born when Phantom Menace came out.
Jesus Louises. I remember the posters with little Anakin, and then he turns into the Darth Vader. That was sick. Dude, Palpatine being the villain caught me off guard. Like, I didn't realize until Episode 3. I was like, yo, this politician dude is shady as hell. And I'd seen the trilogy. I'd seen the original trilogy. It's so crazy to me. Anyways, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you for the interview. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. I don't see the camera. Where did I put the camera? Is it behind? I don't know where I put the camera. Oh, it's right there. I see it. Are you gonna say bye or what? Jeez.
I forget that I'm on push to speak.
Alright, well, interview's done. Goodbye, have a good one. May the force be with you.